Namaste Gurukulians, how are you all? I hope that you all are fit and fine and doing well at home. Today in this video we will start new chapter of class 9 mathematics, and that is chapter 6, lines and angles. In earlier classes you might have learned the definitions of angle, line segments, rays. Okay, we'll have a quick revision of all those things and the new things which are there in class 9. So first thing, that is an angle. What is an angle? If I take two rays which originate from the same initial point, let this and this be the two rays OA and OB. These are two rays which originate from same point O. Then this rotational difference between these two rays, rotational difference, okay, if the ray goes at this point or this point, so every ray has a rotational difference from this ray OA. Okay, so this rotational difference is called angle. That is the measure of rotation is called angle. So here angle AOB means this rotational difference. If I take another ray, suppose C is here, then angle AOC indicates this much rotational difference, this much. Okay, so this way angles are measured. So what is an angle? Angle is the measure of rotational difference between two rays originating from the same initial point. Okay, then what are different types of angles? We have seen in earlier classes also. Let's have a quick look on all of them. We have an angle which is less than 90 degree but greater than 0. Okay, any angle which is, suppose this is angle x, so angle x which is greater than 0, less than 90 degree is called acute angle. Acute angle. Okay, then suppose we have an angle, let it be y. So angle y which is equal to 90 degree. So it is called right angle. Right angle. Then we can have an angle which is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. Let it be z. So angle z is greater than 90 degree but it is less than 180 degree. So this angle is called obtuse angle. Obtuse angle. Then we can have an angle, let it be W, this one, which is equal to 180 degree. So W which is equal to 180 degree. 180 degree it means it is making a straight line, so it is called straight angle. Straight angle. Let us have another angle which is greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. Okay, this much. So this is called reflex angle. Suppose this is A. So A which is greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. So this angle is called reflex angle. Okay, and if we have a point here and we take an angle which is complete, so I would say that not to take this much, at this initial point this complete circle is formed, then it is called complete angle, and it is always equal equal to 360 degree. So these are the types of angles. Less than 90 degree, acute angle, equal to 90 degree, right angle, more than 90 degree, obtuse angle, then equal to 180 degree, straight angle, then greater than 180 degree, but less than 360, reflex angle, and complete, that is complete angle 360 degree is called complete angle. Okay, so these are some of the types of angles. Now we have one more type, one more pair of angles, and that is adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. What do you mean by adjacent? Adjacent angles. Two angles are said to be adjacent. Two angles are said to be adjacent. Suppose we have these two angles, angle X and this is angle Y. Okay, let us name the arms O, A, B and C. Okay, in Hindi we say adjacent means what? Padosi. Okay, the neighbor. So if we see that these two angles are adjacent, but there is condition for that. For angles we have a condition that they must have one arm in common, one arm must be common, and they should not have any common interior. Any common interior. Interior means what? For any angle, suppose this is an angle AOB. This is an angle AOB. For this portion is called interior of the angle. This is interior, and this is exterior of the angle. Okay, so this is interior of the angle, this is exterior. This rest of the portion is called exterior of the angle, and these are called arms. This is arm and this is also arm. Okay, so for adjacent angles we have two conditions. Condition number one, they must have common arm. Common arm. Second condition, no common interior. No common interior. So it is clear that whenever we have a common arm, one angle will be on one side of that common arm, another angle will be on the other side of the common arm. So we cannot have both the angles on the same side of common arm. Okay? Suppose this is an arm which is common between two angles. So one angle will be this side, one angle will be this side. Okay? If this is common arm, one angle to this side, one angle to this side. Okay? We can have, suppose this is an arm, we have one angle this much and this angle this much. Okay? Suppose this is X and this complete angle is Y. They are having common arm. This one O, A, B, C. So X and Y, both angles are having common arm OA, but they are also having common interior. This interior is common. So in this case, X and Y are not adjacent. Okay? X and Y are not adjacent here because they are having common interior. So for adjacent angles, there should not be any common interior. One arm common. This is interior of one angle and this is interior of the other angle. They are having no common interior, only one common arm. Okay? then this type of angles are called adjacent angles. Clear? Now, after that we have linear pair. What is linear pair? Let us see. Linear pair. For that, if we have two adjacent angles, okay, adjacent angles, suppose this angle and this angle, let this is O, A, B and C, okay, angle AOB and angle BOC are adjacent here. They are adjacent. Answer is yes, because they are having common arm OB, and one angle is to this side of the arm, another angle is to this side of the arm. Okay, so now they are adjacent. This is called common arm. So this is common arm. Okay, and these two, this one and this one, these are called non-common arms. This and this, they are non-common arms. Okay, these are OA and OC. They are non-common arms. Now condition is that if non-common arms of two adjacent angles make a straight line, okay, if non-common arms make a straight line, look at this, these are non-common arms, so they are making a straight line, then this pair is called linear pair. If these are adjacent and COA is a straight line, then so we have these two conditions. If these two angles are adjacent and non-common arm, that is COA, make a straight line, then angle AOB and angle BOC forms a linear pair. Okay, so these are two conditions for any linear pair. Linear pair is that pair in which both the angles are adjacent and their non-common arms are making straight line. Then the angles are called linear pair. Pair means only two angles are there. Okay, that's why we say here linear pair. Now, if this angle is A and this angle is B and it is a straight line, so it means A and B both are making together a straight angle. Okay, that is angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. It means what? That this angle and this angle, they are joined together to make a straight angle, and the measure of straight angle is 180 degree. Therefore, angle A plus angle B in this case is equal to 180 degree. It means the sum of angles in a linear pair is always 180 degree. Okay. Similarly, if I have three or more angles, these angles A, B, C and D. All these angles taken together forms a straight angle. Okay? So that they make a straight line here. Angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. If three or more than three angles taken together forms a straight angle, then these are called linear sum. Okay? We will call these angles as linear sum. Linear pair means only two angles. If more than two angles are there which are making a straight line, then we say them linear sum. Okay? Now let us see the next point. That pair of angles we have seen. Then we have axiom 1.6. It is on page number 93 of your NCERT book. And what is that axiom? If a ray stands on a line, then the sum of two adjacent angles so formed is 180 degree. This thing. Suppose we have a straight line and any ray stands on this straight line, then these two angles which are formed as adjacent angles, their sum will be 180 degree. It is just as this one we have discussed, linear pair. Then on page number 94 we have axiom 6.2. You are to write these axioms in your notebook. First you will write all the types of angles. Okay, definition of angle, then types of angles which we have discussed. Then you will write adjacent angles. Then you will write linear pair, and after that you will write the statement of axiom 6.1 in your notebook. Then after that you will write the statement of axiom 6.2 in your notebook. Okay, what is 6.2? If the sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree, then the non-common arms of the angle form a line. It means it is converse of this. If two angles are there and their sum is suppose x and y. If x plus y is 180 degree, okay, then it will name of these rays, let it be P, Q, R. Then R O P will be a straight line. If x plus y is 90 degree, then R O P is a straight line. Okay, converse is also true. It is just a converse of linear pair. That if we have this as a straight line, then sum of these two angles will be 180 degree. If sum of these two angles is 180 degree, then the non-common arms will make a straight line. Okay, vice versa. Both the statements are true. Then we have theorem 6.1. If two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles are equal. So proof of this theorem is also there in our syllabus. Now we'll discuss the proof of this theorem. Theorem 6.1. After writing both the axioms, you will write the statement of theorem 6.1 and the proof of this theorem, as we will do now. What is theorem 6.1? That is, two lines intersect each other. Wherever line is written, then it is understood that we are talking about straight lines only. Okay? Wherever line is written, it means we are talking about straight lines. So theorem 6.1. What it states that if two lines intersect each other, let us give them name AB and let this be CD. they are intersecting at point O. Then vertically opposite angle. This angle and this angle are vertically opposite. Okay? And this angle and this angle are also vertically opposite. Now we are to prove that this angle is equal to this one and this angle is equal to this one. Let us give them name. Angle 1, 2, 3 and 4. So what is given? According to theorem, angle 1 is equal to angle 3 and angle 2 is equal to angle 4. This is according to theorem. Now we are going to prove this theorem. It means we have to prove that angle 1 is equal to angle 3 and angle 2 is equal to angle 4. We have to prove this thing. So what is given for that? So we'll write given here. Given two lines AB and CD intersecting at point O. What we have to prove? We have to prove that angle 1 is equal to angle 3 and angle 2 is equal to angle 4. This thing we have to prove. Let us see the proof. Now see, this AB and CD, they are straight line. If I take angle 1 and 2, look at them. They are adjacent angles. Answer is yes, because they are having OA as common. Okay, and OC and OD are non-common now, and they are making a straight line. It means angle 1 and angle 2 are forming a linear pair. Okay, angle 1 and angle 2 are forming linear pair, and sum of the angles which are forming linear pair is always 180 degree. Therefore, angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree. Reason will be linear pair. Let it be equation number 1. Okay. Now if I take 2 and 3, angle 2 and angle 3, they are also forming a linear pair. Angle 2 and angle 3, because they are non-common, are also making a straight line. So they are also having a sum of 180 degree. So angle 2 plus angle 3 is also equal to 180 degree. Again, linear pair. Equation number 2. Now from equation 1 and 2, look at this. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is 180 degree, and angle 2 plus 3 is also equal to 180. Sum of these two is equal to sum of these two. It means angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to angle 2 plus angle 3. Sum of these two is equal to sum of these two. So angle 2 will cancel from both the sides. That is, angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Now again, if I take one more equation, that is 3 plus 4, or I can take 1 plus 4. Take any one of them. You can take 3 plus 4, or you can take 1 plus 4. Any of them. So I am taking angle 3 plus angle 4 is also equal to 180 degree. Same reason, linear pair. Equation number 3. Okay. Now look at this. Second equation and third equation. From equation 2 and 3. Now from equation 2 and 3, we can say that 2 plus 3, angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to angle 3 plus angle 4, angle 3 plus angle 4, because sum of these two is 180. and sum of these two is also 180 degree. Okay. So again angle 3 will be cancelled. So angle 2 is equal to angle 4. So hence 2. So this way we can prove that the vertically opposite angles formed when two straight lines are intersecting, then the vertically opposite angles are equal. The proof of this theorem is there in our syllabus. It can be asked in your final examinations also. It's a very important one. So you must practice this. So today in this video we will do up to here only. In the coming videos we will discuss the remaining examples and questions of exercise 6.1. Till then you have to try examples before exercise 6.1 and some of the questions of exercise 6.1. You will try in your practice notebook. Later on, by watching the videos, you will write them in your fair notebook. That's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.